Everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you the functionality of the Connect 4 game. First, I'm going to open a terminal. I'm going to start the project. And here's the game. If I press any of these buttons, a piece will fall into one of these spaces, and the player 1 and player 2 turns will change dynamically. First, player 1 turn with a red piece fall in, and then player 2 turn with a blue piece fall in, and the movement story is being recorded in this div here. This is a div. No, this is an aside element. So I can keep going on like this, and the movement story will be recorded. In addition, player 1 and also player 2 can change the color of the piece they are playing with. If you see right now, I'm changing the color, and the pieces that had already fall in are changing in color too. Let's give player 1 this color, and let's give player 2 another color. That's it. So I can pick almost any color for the pieces of each player, and the color dynamically updates in the board. So how this game works, how is the code built? I will show you this in a moment. Just let me. That's it. Player 2 won. So here, and the board and also the move history will be reset. So how this game works, how this thing is built. I'm going to show you my board .razor file. First of all, here in this, I encapsulated all the HTML code in this div, and I added inline style and inline style. So the CSS variables are connected to C# properties. What's the use of this? If I put the styles like this, I'm able to dynamically update the color. You already saw that when I select a color for each of the player's pieces, the pieces that were already on the board and the future pieces change in color. So this is why this process is possible. And here I have this input, so with a bind event, so that on input this color can be changed. What else can I? Here, once the winner message is displayed, the reset button will appear, and only if the winner message is displayed. Here in this nav, I have this 4. This 4 is the one that generates the buttons, the blue buttons that allow the player to let a piece fall in. So 7 buttons are generated with this for loop. These 4 loops are the first one to generate the board and the second one to generate the pieces inside the board. And this last, the aside element, is for the move history. So it has for each element. So each time the string variable move is generated, then an element, a list element will be added to this move history aside element. Here I have my variables, 42 pieces, a winner message, an error message, the default player 1 color and the default player 2 color. And I also have the move history. I have this as a list of strings. So each time a move variable is generated, it will be added to the list. Here we have, guys. This is the message that will be added to the move history. So it obtains the number of the player and then drop the piece in column, and it obtains the column plus 1. This is it because the number of the columns starts at 0. So in order for it to have sense in the UI display, I add number 1, so that instead of 0 it will be 1, and instead of 1 it will be 2, and instead of 3 it will be 4, and so on. These are the messages, either for player 1 victory, player 2 victory, or a tie. And here I use the game state, the game state class that is being invocated at the start of the file. Here I have the game state public class. I didn't wrote it. This was obtained through the tutorial in the Microsoft page for the present game. And in the program.ces, I just added the builder.services.add singleton game state, and using connect for, and they using connect for components so that all be connected. And in the home.razor, I added mode interactive server. This render mode interactive server allows the program to establish a connection. So there will be an active connection that detects the inputs, like the change of the color or like the falling of the pieces, so that this information will be sent to the server, and in the server it will be processed using C#, and then it will be sent back so that the UI will change with the corresponding changes. So this is the purpose of this render mode interactive server. And basically that's everything this app needs to work. That's everything I added. Of course, I added some CSS to ensure that this game looks great on the UI. And this is the repository of the game. I used this link to create a web service in render.com, and I deployed the game, so this would be a web app, so I can access to the game anywhere just using internet. So this is the game. This is a web service, so I can access to the game in my cell phone. And everything works exactly as in the local host. That's at player 1 1. I can reset the game, and the board and the movie history will be reset too. I can change the color of the pieces just like in localhost. And I think that that's enough demonstration for the video. Finally, I'm going to explain you how I managed to deploy my web service to render. First, I generated this gitignore file. You can do it using the terminal. There is a specific command for that. You go to the terminal and simply use the .NET new gitignore, and then this file will be generated. So once I generated this gitignore, I pushed all the files to the repository. And later on, I added this Docker file. The Docker file contains instructions for render. Render uses these lines to run the project. The most important things to add are the version of the .NET software that we are using. In my case, I'm using the 10.0 version. And once you have this file ready, you just push your repo once again, and render will be able to build everything. So I have nothing else to share about this game. I'm going to share with you the render link and also the GitHub repo. And I hope this might be helpful to you somehow. And I have nothing else to say. Just see you later, guys.